Good afternoon. This is Scott the Shot, live coming from Goodley, California. Sorry. Today's I'm going to talk about our government. Let me take a shot. I already had a shot. Let me take a hit of weed. Really good weed. I want to get off the norm today. Normally I talk about politics and the things that are going on in the country surrounding Donald Trump and the Democratic Party. But today, this podcast is named "America is the Biggest Cartel," because it is. My name is Scott the Shot. My last name is Dempsey. Scott Dempsey. I'm a journeyman carpenter, retired, live a great life. But when I was younger, I used to be a drug dealer. I always had a great job as a boss. I'm a carpenter, journeyman, did a lot of things. But I used to like to do drugs, so in order to save on the cost, I used to deal drugs. The drugs back when I was growing up were very, very expensive. Let me give an example. An ounce of cocaine or methamphetamines when I was growing up, when I was 18, 20, was like anywhere from $1,300 to $1,500 an ounce. Now you can buy an ounce in California. In California, an ounce of methamphetamine for $130. Think about that. $130. Now I don't know about the coke. The coke is still kind of up there in price, but marijuana is so cheap here in California. The meth is decriminalized, so is the coke, unless you have like a lot. If you have over an ounce, you'll get a little bit of trouble. But up to an ounce of methamphetamine or cocaine in the state of California is a traffic ticket, just like it's going 20 over. So that, and the dispensary. Since weed's has been legalized, I always thought when weed got legalized that when they had their own shops and it wasn't you didn't have to buy it on the street. You could actually go to a store and buy it. That it'd be cheaper, but it's not. But I know growers here in California where I could buy a pound of good bud for $200. There's no way when I was growing up you could find a pound anywhere. Not even Mexican weed, not even dirt compacted weed that had seeds in it could you get for $200 a fucking ounce. A pound. So now I literally know guys here that are growers that go buy an ounce for $20 of good bud. And this is all under, but I get tired of listening to our government, not Donald Trump, but the government as a whole, not Donald Trump, before Donald Trump, about how they're always fighting. For years and years when I was growing up, they're fighting. If you got in trouble with meth or cocaine back in the day or weed when I was a kid, you went to prison for a long time. Now it's a slap on the wrist. It's all legalized, slap on the wrist. So my point is, what is really going on? Our government's involved in this, people. It's like this fentanyl thing that's going on. We've been fighting drug addiction in this country and drug dealers. Because I used to be one. I never got caught for it, though. I'm a smart motherfucker. We've been fighting it for 40 years. Now that I'm an old man, I still get weed. I still drink. I don't do blower that no more, and I don't smoke dope no more. But it's gotten easier to get. Now, right now, you're hearing about all this fentanyl on TV. You hear about people dying of fentanyl. Well, do you remember back in the 80s when crack was a big deal? Do you remember back in the late 80s, early 90s when meth really came on? It used to be called crank. Fentanyl still hasn't caught up with the deaths of methamphetamines and cocaine from back in the day. But they're acting like it's the end all of all party drugs. None of all illegal drugs. No. They're still not. Fentanyl is going to have to kill people for a lot longer to catch up with all the people that have died from heroin, methamphetamines, and cocaine. So they basically decriminalized the three I just said: heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine. Unless you get caught with a lot. And I'm talking, you have to get caught with a bag bigger than that. You know how big? Look at my face. That's a lot of shit. So, but now they're cracking down on fentanyl. Shut the fuck up. Here in 10 years, fentanyl will be decriminalized too. And you're going to have to get caught with 5 or 10 pills before they actually take you to jail. It'll just be a ticket. So our government is directly involved in what's going on with the drug problems that we have in this country. That's just a fact. I mean, cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamines has killed millions of people worldwide, if not, tens of millions. And now it's decriminalized. Marijuana is becoming legal across the board, which is a stepping stone to other drugs. I started smoking weed at 9, went to cocaine at 17, went to meth at 18. Shut the fuck up. Started smoking. They're all stepping stones, people. Partying is partying. If you start partying on one drug, you will party on another. Unless you have, there's some people out there that are strong-willed, like I was. I made money on it. But most people can't control it. They can't control a cigarette addiction. They can't control an alcohol addiction. They can't control a chewing addiction. They can't control eating anymore. And they're trying to legalize fucking all these drugs and decriminalizing the other ones. And then they start harping on fentanyl. Fentanyl is just 1990 again when crack cocaine was coming on. You understand what I'm saying? Back in the early 80s, mid-80s when crack came out and methamphetamines and crank came out. I mean, it's a joke. You hardly hear about those drugs anymore, but you sure hear about fentanyl. I mean, in California, it's a joke here, people. You basically got to be the biggest drug dealer in the world if you get pulled over. I mean, and you have stuff on you. In the state of California, you have up to an ounce of methamphetamines on you and cocaine and heroin. It's just a traffic ticket. And if you people don't understand how much, for you people that don't do a lot of drugs, you a little bit, how much an ounce is of an illegal Class A drug. It's a lot. It's enough to have a good time or kill you if you're not smart, if you don't know what you're doing. If you're a moron or a fucking retard. But excuse my language, I'm just saying that our government is directly involved in the addictions that's going on in this country, because I don't see how they're not still talking about crack on TV. How they're not still talking about heroin. You rarely ever hear it. It's all fentanyl. Well, that's all I heard back in the 80s and 90s about two other drugs, and now they're decriminalized basically everything. This legalization of marijuana is a stepping stone for the legalization or decriminalization of harder drugs that hurt our society. That's the point I'm trying to make. Just like drugs were a cigarette, drinking was a stepping stone for us, and then marijuana, and so on, as a person, it's a stepping stone in our government. Once they legalized marijuana, medicinal-wise, there's a stepping stone, and went to, now they're legalizing it in the state. Next thing you know, it'll be nationwide, and then after that comes the other drugs. There will be, in all 50 states, the drugs will be decriminalized or just legalized. So none of our youth has a chance to make it in life, understanding that you don't have to have drugs to have a good time. All a guy needs is his pecker, and a girl just needs her beautiful self and just have a good time. Hang out with other people, play games. But you and your spouse and the girls and the people that you go out with and the friends that you hang out with should be all you need in life to have a good time. You don't need drugs. And that's from a guy who just took a hit of weed in front of you. I'm gonna take a shot here in a second. You know, it is what it is, people. I mean, I'm old and I'm caught up in my ways. But as an older person, 59 years old, class 84 in high school, I graduated. I just got to be real with you. And if I could do it all over again, I would have never done any drugs. I mean, I had a good life in high school. I had a good life my whole life. I was a big stud in school, man. I played sports, #1 tennis player, varsity in baseball. I was a varsity in baseball. I mean, I never needed it, but I always had a good time before that. I got started, and one thing leads to another. Everything in life is a stepping stone. And if you don't understand that, then I guess you're gonna get what you get. I mean, but everything in life is a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I hope you guys understand that. I hope our government cracks down on drug addiction and starts changing these laws and reversing them, because it seems like everybody has to be fucking high on something to have a good time anymore. And back when I was growing up, it was a small percentage of people that got high because it was so illegal. But since they legalized it, now everybody's doing it. And when you got that many people in a society, that high of a percentage, fucked up all the time. It's changing our society. Not for the better either, for the worst. For the worst. I mean, people are just getting dumbed out. Not everybody can handle drugs the way everybody else. Everybody's different. Me, I can stay up fucking 30 days and nights and not have a problem with it and still go to a job year round. But other people lose their mind. I mean, drugs aren't meant for everybody, and they need to be regulated more harshly. Because I wouldn't want anybody to follow my footsteps, even though I have a good life, because you don't have to have drugs or do drugs to have a good time. Unless you're able to control them, which most people can't. So, I mean, hey, man, if you control your party and knock yourself out, I used to be able to do it. But if other people can't do it, it's just a shame, people. It's a shame to watch this whole world being tanked. Because everybody just wants to get fucked up. They don't want to work no more. I mean, what happened? I mean, I used to stay up year-round on meth, and I used to never got, I mean, year-round job as a boss. I used to work harder to make more money to party harder. But it's a different world we live in now. Kids aren't as smart. They're on their cell phones all the time, and they're not really interacting with other people like they should be. I think it's important now. Not like it's always been important, but I think more so now because, with the laziness of society, that compound that with all these drugs that are not enforced anymore. There's no consequences for them. They're legalizing them. It's making us a society of dumbasses. And God's up there, aliens are up there watching us going, man, those motherfuckers just get dumber and dumber. And we shouldn't be getting dumber and dumber, people. Come on. We all know that drugs are bad. Watching Mike Tyson on TV this morning saying legalize marijuana, it calmed me down. You know what calmed you down, Mike Tyson? Is you got old and you started getting your ass kicked. Once you realize you don't kick anybody's ass anymore because you're not that tough anymore, you're an old man. Then you're like, you say the weed calmed you down. No, Mike Tyson, your ass started getting beat up every time you got in the ring for fucking decades now. You were only the king for a short period of time, and what calmed you down is life. Life of getting your ass kicked for the first time every time after a certain age. That's Scott in the Shot. I'll talk to you guys later, man. You guys have a great 4th of July weekend. And hey, God bless America. God bless Donald Trump.